Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down. Shut up.
I'm chuckling here because a whole bunch of things went wrong during that intro.
I was just vibing. I mean,
hello, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Build, Paint, Play. I'm Dave.
Greetings, programs. I'm Jake, and today we are joined by my friend Brie, who's going to be. Oh, she's over here on this time.
oh, I don't know where I am. I'm here.
Oh, you were right the first time.
All right. Well, he's pointing this way. So, okay, we're joined by my friend Brie. So, Brie is here. We're going to talk about CalmerCon and a bunch of the sensory stuff she's doing it with her folks at a bunch of different shows we have coming up. So it's awesome to have you on.
Thank you. It's great to be here, guys.
Welcome. Sorry, yes. So during that introduction, I was trying to post the link to Facebook and say, "Hey, come and join us." But it wasn't working, so I'm going to need to continue to try to do that. So if you guys could just fill for a minute.
Oh no.
Sure.
Great.
So Brie and her husband actually came down to my house over the weekend, and we were playing Magic, and we hung out and watched football and ordered pizza and played with my dogs.
Got lobotomies from your dogs, you know.
Yeah, 100%. So that was a good time. Speaking of which, you asked for a Magic card, and I was going to work the other day, and it was like in the driveway.
What?
So the card must have fallen out. So I'll bring it up to you this weekend. But yeah, I was like, what is that? What's in the driveway? And I went out. And I was like, oh, it's like a blue square. And I went out. And I'm like, oh, it's the card that you wanted. So I got the rest of that Army Painter order I showed you guys. So now I have everything, including all of the John Blanche stuff. So
nice.
I now have the full Fanatic range and the full Speed Paint range.
Woo!
Okay. That's huge.
Pretty excited.
I don't have that.
You know, all you have to do is send a request to Alan.
I know. It's okay, but I use like 20 paints, like just the same 20 colors. Just cycle through them.
But variety is the spice.
Yeah, every time I start a new project, I try to deliberately pick colors I didn't use last time.
Yeah. I don't do that. I deliberately pick the same colors again.
Oh no, I don't want to do that.
Use one or two main colors in the scheme, but generally it will be. I like to know what I'm getting into, rather than having every moment be like a what the hell's going on now?
So safe versus boring. Okay, I understand.
Yeah. Comfortable.
I like
We
that.
get a couple folks in the chat. So Scott was here, but it looks like he popped out. Kat's here. What's up, Kat? I'm assuming there's other people here. I don't see them in the chat though.
Let me. It's because
There's
of
somebody.
because of the problems with sharing. That was my my fault. I'm sorry, folks.
Oh, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm convinced that Dave just periodically gets like malware dumped on his computer.
I was gonna say I always break everything, so this makes sense. This is fine. There's nothing new
The
here.
best was-
Nothing to
best
see
was-
here, folks.
The best was a couple of years ago. We used to do this all through Dave's like Apple laptop, and apparently the software we were using did not like an update that Dave did, so we had to like crash and burn on an episode, and then like the following week we had to use all different software. Which, I mean, to be fair, this software seems like it's working better. I mean, Dave can probably answer that better than I can. He's the one that's running it, but it seems like we've had less issues because of that. But
We have.
Kat says it's okay, Dave. One day you'll get the hang of it.
I refuse.
again, this is why we do it live. It's way better with like random stuff happening and gremlins jumping all over Dave's PC. So,
I do love
what's Brie? What's your next show? PAX Unplugged.
Yes, I'm not doing anything. October is like our rest month. We were talking about this earlier. Like there's nothing going on in October. PAX Unplugged, I as of this moment am doing a little bit of double duty. So I will be working with my friends over at Turbo Dork Paints for PAX Unplugged.
Cool.
And also being the point person because my organization actually, we'll get into that later, but we have our very first CalmerSpace sensory room happening at PAX Unplugged. So we're really excited to bring our stuff to PAX and get that ball rolling. So that'll be really fun.
We will definitely circle back to that so you can explain to all the folks that are listening what a calmer space is and
Yeah.
all of those good things.
We even have pictures.
Nice.
Loads of pictures. That's gonna be good. Definitely go. I'm excited to to talk more about it and get a better understanding myself of it all. I think I have an image in my mind. But having seen these photos now that I've put them into the presentation, it's like, oh no, this is quite a bit different. So
it's a lot of people like overestimate what I'm talking when I say like a calmer space, and then it's just like, oh, this is better.
I think I underestimated considerably. So it's like
that too.
There's a lot more stuff than I thought. But no, it'll be very cool to chat about it. But as part of our introduction, we talk about things we've been doing hobby wise. Obviously, you guys have been doing some playing some Magic. Jake, anything else?
What else did I get to? I had a model that like snapped, so I spent a couple of days like repairing that piece, and then I think I'm setting up a 40K game for tomorrow for the league. One of our players is short one game, so I was like, well, I'm around tomorrow if you want to try to get a game in. So he's gonna let me know, and I'll try to get that game knocked out, and I will get photos and stuff so you guys can all see it. It'll be the first time I've dusted off the Flesh Eater since you and I did the Tale of Four Warlords 2 years ago at Adepticon. So,
oh wow,
which is wild. I didn't realize it's been that long since I played 40K. I mean, I've played small games and stuff, but it's been basically like a year and a half since I have used that army.
Wow, that's crazy. Excellent. So no, that all sounds pretty cool. It'll be good if you can get a win there and knock them down in the league. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the ringer. Like, he was like, "Are you in the league?" And I was like, I feel like I don't want to be that guy that signs up for the league in my own store and like wins the league. Like, that seems not the best. So,
yeah,
I was like, if anybody needs a game, like I'll get a game in, so you like hit the quota you got to have. But
yeah, nice. How about you, Brie? Apart from the Magic on Sunday.
Not really. I got more Magic tomorrow. We do so my stepdaughter does D&D every Wednesday at one of our local stores, and so we all go, we'll hang out. Me, other half, my best friend, and a couple of our other friends will go hang out while she's playing D&D, and we'll all play some Commander, jam some games. Nothing crazy.
Cool.
But Borderlands 3 is going to be what we're playing this weekend because it hits Switch 2 on Friday, I think.
Okay.
Or Borderlands 4, sorry, I don't know numbers. And I'm an English major, not a math major. And so we're getting that. I'm getting that for the Switch too, so we can play that because that's her favorite game series. So it's about all I got. But Dave,
Well,
what do you got going on?
Well, I was going to say it's still quite a bit. What's your local store?
So she plays D&D at Diversity Games up in Hooksett, New Hampshire.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. What have I got going on? I've got a bunch of photos to show in a minute. I've been busy doing a bunch of bits and pieces. I did not actually. What I did for my BattleTech update. I don't have a good BattleTech update this week. I must apologize, but I primed the next 4 house mechs. So the next lance of mechs.
Nice.
That's what they're called, lances.
Yep. Are you going to do them the same way as the other lance?
Similar. I'm probably going to have a little bit more white on them. And probably more like it's going to be more halved kind of scheme.
Okay. Nice.
I'm going to go with that kind of approach. But yeah, blue and white. Brie, this is one of the ones I painted recently.
Oh, I like that. Okay, with a little more white, that'd be cool. I can see that.
Should be
I
fun.
have a picture. I have a picture in my head, and it's not going to be what you're doing, but I like it.
Cool.
I love how Dave gave his Warhammer like a full sunroof. Like that mech is hilarious. It's a really weird sculpt, but it really only has 3 windows. There's a side window, there's a front little tank slot, and then there's a side window.
It just looked like it was just a canopy at the top there. That's not what it is.
It is not. It is much more like a tank. So there's a slab of armor like this, and then like a tank, there's a little vision slit, and then there's 2 side vision slits.
That's so funny.
Oh, I see it now.
So you don't catch a shell through the glass and get killed.
Scott is asking Dave, are you bothering to clean the mechs up? I didn't bother. The plastic isn't great to clean anyway.
I did go through and remove as much of the mold lines as I could. I know it's one of those things. Whenever I've been looking at the models online, the other people's paint jobs, it's like, oh, that paint job looks really. Oh, that mold line.
It's because a lot of the people that are getting into BattleTech and play some of the mini war games and stuff, they're not building the model kit. It comes stamped. So you're getting people who want to play BattleTech who are painting the models. You're not getting like modelers. So modelers would usually clean them up. And like we're used to using like polystyrene kits. That's what all the Warhammer stuff is. So you can use a mold line remover or something to scrape the edges. With that plastic, I think it's like ABS or something like that. It's like a board game plastic. So
it's a really hard PVC.
PVC, yeah, it's like a PVC, but it's a PVC blend, but it's kind of soft. So because of that, you can't use something to scrape the mold lines. It'll just mash it. You have to use an X-Acto, a really sharp one, and like cut away all of the mold. It's not crazy. It's like cutting the crust off of bread or something. It's just a little bit more work to do it. But I understand what Dave is saying. Like it is definitely, you have to do it because if you're a painter that paints stuff all the time, it'll drive you nuts when you see it. So
yeah. I have just noticed a couple. Thanks, Scott. I'll put those aside. Things that I missed. But yeah, we'll get that going.
We did it, guys.
Some of them are really subtle because of the way the mechs are cut. Some of them you don't really notice, or it doesn't matter. But there's a couple that are like really awful. Like they're in really weird spots. You have to get rid of them.
Yeah, this Archer has got some problems. So I'll come back and get him later. But so last week on Wednesday, I played my first game of 7TV. It was a game by Crooked Dice, and it's I think originally they set it up to be play a game. It's kind of like an episode of an old spy thriller, spy TV show, but they've expanded it so that it can be reskinned a number of different ways. You can do fantasy or sci-fi or 80s pop culture or whatever it happens to be, action. So we're playing that in my gaming group, and last week we had 3 games going on. We had five players, and then one person running a kind of like a spoiler force. But we had so one guy has the Venture Brothers crew. Jeff Hall, friend of ours, Jake, was running He-Man.
Nice. Okay.
John Reichling was running a kind of a funky 70s street gang.
Okay.
Okay.
I played against Mark, and he was running Hellboy.
Ooh.
Hellboy, Abe Sapien, Liz Sherman.
Nice.
And
the BPRD.
A bunch of BPRD goons.
I'm here for that.
And I had the crew of the Nostromo.
Oh yeah, you showed those off when we were talking last week.
Yeah, so we had a
That's
pretty
pretty
crazy kind of group of gangs, but it all play because it's all each of those genres is just a reskin of the core rules. It all works just fine. But we've got our friend Eric is running the campaign, and he's putting together the scenarios, the scenes the episodes essentially each week. So yeah, lots of great sort of fun storylines sort of developing through there. But I did learn that 6 members of a gang of a crew is not really very good when you're up against 10 members of a crew. So you can get unfortunately get swamped a little bit too easily. So I'm gonna have to mess around. I might have to move Ripley into being supported by Colonial Marines, or possibly take her into like Alien 3 and have a whole bunch of prisoners where you can have
you should do the whole Colonial Marines. You can get all the names. You can do Pharaoh, you can do Frost, Weirboski, like you could do all of them.
it would be good, but I'd have to paint way more models, so we'll have to see how that goes.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Just put her in the load lifter.
Oh, right. Okay. Just yeah, one there. But it is a fun. It's a really fun system. You have a star, a co-star, and extras. Everybody else in the thing is extras.
That's cool.
At the start of each turn, you draw a card, which is like a script card, which could give you a little extra bonus. You have plot points that you generate at the start of the turn, and you spend plot points to be able to activate. You can spend. There are some abilities that require additional plot points to be spent. So it was all pretty cool. It's very.
What was it called again?
It's called 7TV,
Okay.
like numeral 7.
Yeah.
TV. But yeah, so loads of great stuff. I think there's a whole bunch of stuff that's available as PDFs from Crooked Dice as well. But there are also hard cover books, which are really beautifully done. A lot of great stuff in those. But yeah, that's what I played last week.
Very
And then I painted a whole bunch of models, which we'll see some photos for in a sec. Should we jump into that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just noticed we got Luis and Alan have joined. And Scott says played a lot of Pulp Alley. Cool, and said it compares to 7TV.
John and James jumped on also.
Oh, James as well?
Yep.
Cool. Excellent. Oh, Jonathan. Yep. Hey, Jonathan. Excellent. Been making ice cream. That sounds pretty cool.
Nice.
Let me get onto sharing.
Sorry, allergies wait for no one.
No worries. Cool.
Look at that face.
First up, of course,
He looks like a crazy DJ.
I was going to say in this photo,
He looks like a morning. He looks like a Las Vegas morning DJ. Is what he looks like.
I was going to go for Fifi vibes from Mad Max.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The police chief.
Yeah.
The glasses.
There's a picture that's so unapologetically Phil. It is this picture right here.
Absolutely.
Pretty
Nice. But yeah, it was fantastic. But of course, Phil and the Army Painter event team are going to be out in Las Vegas for Las Vegas Open, Las Vegas Open 2 for 2025. It's happening this coming weekend, and he's going to be hanging out at the booth. He's going to be playing in the tournament, and he's going to be a confirmed speaker at the live lounge, which Stephen Box from Vanguard Tactics is putting on. So definitely cool. If you're going to Las Vegas Open, please make sure you catch up with Phil and tell him we said hi. All three of us.
Yes.
Brie, Jake, and Dave. So yeah, definitely check it out. Looking at their table ready or not is Patrick Keith. He says Carl's got some of my pulp sculpts for 7TV. So that's cool. Carl runs Crooked Dice.
Wait, I thought he was. Who's the hobbyist printer then? Oh, that's Alan.
The hobbyist printer is Alan.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
I know nothing.
So Alan works at Army Painter.
Oh, okay.
And it's our the Army Factory team liaison. So,
Yep.
Awesome. Been hiding friends.
He does a good job taking care of us.
Yeah,
Good.
he does for sure. Yeah, there we go. So Max isn't much of a partner to Goose. He gets hurt, and Max is just like, "Nah, that ain't Goose."
That is a super messed up scene.
It is a super messed up scene. Absolutely. No Australian loyalty. No, for sure. He would have been there, like knocking back a slab. For sure. But anyway, I think Phil looks wonderful in this this outfit. Things that I've been working on. I printed out a whole bunch of basically villagers, civilians. Coming up later in October, we've got another Trench Crusade day, and one of the scenarios we're going to be playing is I think the Dragon Hunt scenario, and you need 6 or 7 civilians for that. So I'm going to be using these cool civilians, which then can be used for a lot of other games, which will be cool.
Trust in Allah, but tie up your camel.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I even made sure to print out the dwarf merchant that comes with it.
Nice.
He's going to look at this merchant and this guy down here selling his wares. Going to be get the sort of extra special treatment. Next up, also for that particular scenario, I printed out some destroyed tanks. These are printed on an FDM printer, so filament printer. The ones down the bottom are sort of how they printed at the size that they were provided. And I looked at them and I was like, oh, this one I think is supposed to be kind of like a Lehman Russ tank, but it was way too small. This one in the middle is supposed to be like a Renault FT-17 from World War One. It was one of the first French tanks, and it's about right. And then this one here was a little bit off. The Renault back end was a little bit small.
No boy.
So I was able to resize this one 115% and went, let's size this one up 175%. And I got it at the exact size of a Lehman Russ. Yeah.
Is the Renault the right size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a one-man tank.
It just looks tiny.
Yeah, the driver operates the machine gun in the turret and commands the tank.
Nice.
So,
It's a lot of work.
it is tiny. Yeah, absolutely. So this basically the back half of it is the engine.
Yep.
And yeah, just the driver sits up here, which is it would be a terrible job. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm going to get those ready for the day. Painting some more Trench Crusade stuff. These are more of the Sacred Cross Stellara that were sculpted by Patrick Keith.
The big Iron Maiden in the background, all I can think of is Metropolis.
Metropolis, for sure. Yeah. It's heavy Metropolis vibes. Initially, I painted up with a really nice sort of bronzy, coppery look. And I was like, do I put the verdigris on it? And I started putting the verdigris down on the legs. And I thought, oh, maybe I can just go with that. But I had to put it over the whole thing, and I think it still looks good, but it's just a little bit different to what I was.
I think it fits the Trench Crusade vibe.
That's good.
Like
you could always hit it with some stains and some washes and stuff if you wanted to tone it down a little bit.
Yeah. No. I think it's good. I actually wanted to make that sort of copper pop a little bit more rather than.
Yeah, it's basically a tank version of a Sentinel. Yep,
absolutely. But yeah, so it's fun working on those. And I got this cool, crazy sculpt from my manufacturer. Put him up. So this is gonna be my Sin Eater for my warband in the campaign.
Nice.
Which after the next game, if I get a glory point in the next game, I should be able to afford to buy this guy.
Nice.
Which is gonna be cool.
That's a bright purple. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's a little bit brighter on that in the photo than he is in real life, but yeah, pretty happy with it. And also, I got started on, or did some more work on these guys. My Ashen Circle for my 30k word bearers.
Dude, they look dope. Would you use Raptor jump packs?
Yeah, Raptor jump packs and weapons, and like chainswords and stuff.
Yeah, those big chunky Mark III Marines are just awesome.
Yeah. So I've had these sitting. I had these built and kind of primed for a long time, maybe a year or so.
Jeez.
So I'm excited to finally be getting them onto the table.
There you go.
Yeah. See how it goes. But I think that's it. I think that's all I did this week. It was pretty quiet. I'm lying. I took every chance I could get to sit down here and do some kidding.
Some stress relief, yeah.
Stress relief for sure. And then speaking of stress relief,
I like all the freehand Ashen Circle like ruins and stuff you did on them. Those are cool.
Yeah, that was just made sure all those chest plates were flat and then painted those in. They've got some nice little bits of highlighting and shadows, so they kind of look carved in.
I think that's Alan, you said, did more in a week than I do in a quarter.
He does it all the time.
Yeah. It's my obsession. This is why I don't know anything about comics.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why. Moving right along. Speaking of comic book characters, we always with our guests, we always go through and do a little bit of nerd cred, street cred, wargaming cred, that kind of thing. And so Brie sent us some photos of her nerd cred.
Yeah.
With this. So yeah, let's jump into talking about Brie and CalmerCon and all the other fun things.
So this was the
photos.
Sorry. This is one of my favorite pictures of any event that I've ever done. So I used to live in Connecticut, and I used to do a lot of walks for Autism Speaks as a character, and different events with the Team Christopher, which is one of the fundraising teams for Autism Speaks in New England. And when I was in college, and this was one of the first pictures of me at an event ever that was taken. That's me and my buddy Bill as Cyclops. I was Black Widow. William in the middle, he was having a meltdown, and we were like just doing the walk and walked past him. He just, in the middle of sobbing his eyes out, just said, "Oh my God, it's Black Widow and Cyclops." So we heard him like go from 60 to 0 like that, turned around, and he asked if he wanted to walk to the finish line with us because it was like right around the corner. And his mom was sobbing, his grandma was sobbing, like everyone was crying their eyes out because he willingly like calmed down. They were telling us afterwards it was like at that point in his life, it was probably the easiest he had come down from a meltdown. And we walked to the finish line with him, and they actually use this in a lot of their social media back in the day. But that was like the first moment where I was like, oh, I can make a difference in someone's life just by embracing what I'm passionate about. So I'm going to do that.
Cool. That's awesome. You sent us some other cosplay photos.
Yes, I've been cosplaying since 2011. The one, the Supergirls a picture from, I think it was like 2018, 2019 at Foxwoods in Connecticut. And the Sylvie was last year at Granite State Comic-Con up here in New Hampshire. Superheroes have always been a big part of my life because my adopted dad owns 2 comic book stores. My big brother down below me owns a comic book store, or game store, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of in the family at this point. But it's always been a constant in my life because if I could always look at the pages of a comic book and be like, oh, I can be whatever I want to be. These people can be whatever they want to be, so can I.
Cool. Awesome. With the Sylvie cosplay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you about the headband.
So I didn't make it, unfortunately. It came with it, but we did. So it's just plastic.
Okay.
This costume came from China. Like, I've been very lazy with my cosplays as of late, which is fine. But I'm gonna start. I had a request for next year, so I have to make a lot of components for it. So it's gonna be my first time like crafting a costume in 7 or 8 years. So it's gonna be a lot. But for Sylvie, it was just plastic, but we put some craft foam inside it. So because it was like just plastic, so we put enough craft foam inside the piece so I didn't have like indents,
Right.
to make it more comfortable. And then it was just put on over my wig cap, and then the wig was put on top of it, so you can't see the band.
Okay. Nice.
So,
that's cool.
I wish I had a better story about it, but
No, that's all good. I think I mentioned before the show that I've not done any cosplay myself, and I think it's probably about a month ago I said to Jake, if I was going to do any cosplay, it would probably be like Trench Crusade cosplay.
that's fun though. That would be really like that's fun to go under the radar and everything like that. And actually, Andrew Eng, just hi buddy, that's my best friend. He does a lot of Power Rangers cosplay and like big inflatables and stuff. So he's kind of the reason why I'm still in the hobby.
Right.
And JP, I have no idea why the first T is silent. But as someone, due to Old English not making sense, that too. I was going to say, as someone who lived there, I can say it's just because Connecticut sucks. But, that's more dignified in an answer, Jake.
Fantastic. I'm sure it's as Jake says, it's Old English. It's got something to do with Worcestershire. I'm sorry. But excellent.
Yeah.
Cool. Other fun cosplay and interaction with folks at conventions?
So this kind of steers into what I'm doing now with CalmPassion. And so what we do is we travel to different events and everything. So one of our events we partner with is KidsCon New England, which has a show in New Hampshire and a show in Maine every year. And it's basically a one-day event that is targeted for children to enjoy it. So it's like open spacing, lots of interactive things, lots of Pokemon, lots of like magic shows, puppet shows kind of stuff. And what we at CalmPassion do at these kinds of events is we do superhero training and we do this, which is lightsaber training. So we have actual lightsabers and then we make some for the kids with it's pool noodle with a wooden dowel on the bottom wrapped in duct tape, basically, to give them a handle.
Yep.
Or just the bottom of the pool noodle wrapped. It depends. There's both in our kit. But basically we suit up. We teach them a couple of different like parrying blows kind of a thing. And then they fight us and see if they can take us down as Jedi. Garage for pool noodles. See, pool noodles are a cosplayer's best friend. And they're also a charity organization's best friend. Yes.
Excellent.
So we do this. This was a couple years ago. This was one of my first ones. And what's nice about the KidsCon in New Hampshire is it's usually around my birthday, which is usually like the first week of May. So it's nice for me because I get to give back for my birthday, and it feels right,
Cool. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
I thought that you also said that your birthday is usually around the first week of May.
The show is.
No, I don't.
The show is my birthday. So my birthday is May 5th. So it's either my birthday, I either get free comic book day, I get a new Marvel movie, I get but I always get tacos and margaritas. So it's fine no matter what we do.
Yeah, fantastic. Nice. But yeah, so I think just read the comment from Kat. As someone who makes costumes, my life is the haunt world.
Yeah.
Your best friend is garage floor foam. Garage floor foam. Pool noodles and a heat gun to mold them for sure. And you'll be nice and busy now, Kat. Getting ready for Halloween.
Spooktober.
I still got to find somebody who's willing to build me a Space Marine costume. Like that is the only thing that I would wear.
I actually know a guy. Stop.
We'll have to talk. We've been saying it for years. I was like, man, if Army Painter subsidizes it, I would go to every event wearing a Space Marine suit. I don't even need to wear lifts or anything. Like,
I gotta send you a picture because it was in Dad's store for years because our buddy just left it as a display piece. I gotta send you a picture of it.
all
I
right.
gotta find it and I'll send you a picture of it.
That sounds good. Should do it.
And then the next day is the most evil of all Star Wars days. Hey, I am Revenge of the Sith. So, because May the 4th be with you is like the big Star Wars holiday. And so the year I worked in Disney was 2015, and I was there from February to August. And so May the 4th was like this big celebration. Like they had all the Star Wars days leading up to it. And then they had like a very limited selection of merchandise that was released the day after because it was Revenge of the 5th. And that became my entire personality for about 3 years. It was great. I have a goofy pin where he's dressed up like Darth Vader and it says May 5th on it. It's cute.
Nice. Excellent. That's cool. Next up,
This was
Way Park.
Fenway Park.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I was telling Dave before this was actually my first MLB game at Fenway. I meant that because I went to one when I was visiting family in Baltimore before. But this was like insane. I got texted like literally the night before the morning of like, hey, do you want to come to Fenway today? And I was like, sure, I'm off today. What am I doing? It was the Fan Expo game day. Ashley Eckstein, who's the voice of, I said that so wrong, I know it. But she's the voice of Ahsoka through the first pitch. We had a bunch of cosplayers, and this was just in celebration of Fan Expo being that weekend. But I got to be on the field at Fenway, my first time at Fenway, and that's one of my favorite bragging points about my life right now.
Nice.
For sure. That's awesome. It's super cool. And I think I could
Can you name the characters, Dave? I want you to try.
well, it's Harley Quinn. I'm going to start from right to left. Harley
Okay.
Quinn.
Yep.
Mr. Doctor Strange.
Mr. Doctor, yes.
I mean, doctor. He did go to medical school.
But he's dignified, so he's also a mister. It's fine.
Scarlet Witch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who the mascot is. Oh no!
So Wally is the big green monster, like the green wall in behind you. And then this is I forget what her name is, but it's the girl version of Wally.
Oh, I don't remember her name either, but it's.
And then she's also got the Ahsoka headband on, which is a great mashup.
And she has the green lightsaber there. And then is that Ewan McGregor?
Not actually. That's my friend Danny. Isn't it crazy though? Like,
but I'm assuming he means Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
Is that General Kenobi? Yes.
It is. Yeah.
And is that Commander Rex?
Yes.
That's not Rex. Rex has a blue helmet, but
oh, okay. My bad.
He's actually 501st costumer, the one on the far left. So that's pretty cool. You did great. I'm so proud of you after admitting you don't know
way to go, Dave.
and stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Ahsoka Trooper. No, it's Jesus Kenobi. There we go. We're close.
There we go.
Have you seen those memes of like parents that don't know and they have pictures of Obi-Wan above their mantle?
That's amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Mizzy says, "Good job, Dave."
Excellent. Hey, Captain Mizzy. Excellent. I've been trying. I've been working hard.
He's got flashcards.
We got him so fooled. It's fine. We won't tell.
45 minutes after every show, Jake and I go through and he helps me out. But no, fantastic. Next up.
I love it. So Jake, do you know who this artist is?
I mean, if I saw his work, I probably would. I don't know if I could like picture his stuff off the top of my head because I mean, he hasn't been an actor.
Yeah, I know. He's like showing the mouse. That's Michael Golden.
No, I mean, I can read that, but I mean, like, I don't think I could tell you his stuff unless I saw it. Like,
So he's one of the co-creators of Rogue.
right. But I mean, like, if you were like Jim Lee, I'm like, oh, I can tell you, like, I can picture stuff that Jim Lee has drawn in my head.
I'm a huge Mikey fangirl because I love him to death. I see him everywhere now. I've been friends with him for the last 5 or 6 years at this point. But this was back before then. This was in 2013. This was my first convention that my mom didn't like make me stick with her the entire time. And I was Rogue because he was going to be there. Like I saw he was going to be there. I was like, I gotta wear one of his characters to meet him. Like this is huge. Rogue was always my favorite. And so yes.
Patrick
So
said,
when
Michael Golden,
Star Wars Marvelous, she was the best. Yes, it was. So like as we've been friends, like I've seen him many times. He's one of those people. He's a very Dave Taylor, as Jake would say. And he'll drop everything and he'll come say hi to me if he sees me at a convention. And most of the time he's at his table and I'm just walking around doing my job. So it's really funny when you see it in that aspect. But we were in 2022. I was in Baltimore for Baltimore Comic. No, yeah, Baltimore, I think it was. But we were in the lobby of the hotel, and he was in the middle of talking with Renee, one of the other writers that he works with, and he just dropped everything. He's like, "It's Brie. Oh my God, Brie, what are you doing out here? This isn't your area. Like, what are you doing? Like, who are you with? Blah blah blah." And it was like one of the most heartfelt things. And the indie creators that I was hanging out with were like, "What?"
Awesome. That is cool. Very cool.
He's good, dude.
I think the next slide.
Dave, Dave, I think you just muted us.
No, I can hear you.
No. You muted you.
No.
I can't hear anybody.
Okay, that's you. That's all on you.
Oh no.
What's going on?
Folks in the chat, can you hear all of us? Yep, there we go. Patrick can hear all of us.
I can't hear anybody. That's bizarre.
Andrew, yep, there we go.
See, I told you guys, I break everything. It's fine.
No, this is Jake. This is Jake. This is all on him.
Yeah. Everyone can hear everything except for Jake. That's hilarious, actually.
It is hilarious.
Jake, can you read my lips? Read my lips.
That is super weird.
Yeah.
It's a Jake problem.
Why can't
It's a Jake problem. Nice. Well, while we're waiting for Jake to come back to that, let's next up. I think we're going to go back to that.
Too many bucks to the head. Oz is finally Jeff.
Dave, I'm gonna log out and log back in.
Okay, sure thing. Now that he's gone,
We can really talk about how we feel now.
no. But next up, speaking of 2015, that was when this was. Is that right?
That was 2015. Yeah. So this was when I was in Florida. My roommate at the time wanted to go to her first convention for her birthday. Can you hear me now, Jake?
Can you hear us now, Jake?
No.
What is going on?
Okay.
So I was running for photo ops and I was getting the celebrities bringing.
I mean, I guess I could pull up YouTube in the background, but there's going to be a delay. I can't hear anything.
No, he definitely can't.
I love that he started yelling because he couldn't hear us.
Yeah.
He's getting old, man. The sound went yeet.
He
Yep.
is. He is. You keep telling your story. I'm going to tell him.
Try and fight him. Okay. So this was, I got called in. I was walking Walter to and from this, and this is Walter Koenig, Nichelle Nichols, and Robin Curtis, who are part of the Star Trek franchise. If you don't know who Nichelle is, then I can't help you. I'm sorry. She's a legend. She's gone too soon, but not suffering anymore, so that's always what matters. So I ran for them, and then they asked me to be in this photo op. I was like, they were giving me a certain number that I could do throughout the weekend, and these three asked me to take one with them because I had just been talking to them the whole time. And so we did. And as we're like looking at the proof box, Nichelle's like, this looks like a happy family photo. And that's I've never stopped loving working with celebrities and guests after that, especially because that was just one of those moments that was just like
Yeah.
mind blowing. It does look like a happy family photo.
Yeah. No, it's cool. It is. It's definitely awesome. No, that's so cool. I guess I don't go to a lot of comic conventions.
That's fine.
San Diego Comic-Con is the only one that I've been to. So just
We can fix that. We have time.
one of the biggest ones. I haven't been to New York Comic-Con, but
You got to come to Granite next year, Dave.
I would love to. We'll see what my PTO status is at the time. That's always my problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Yes, Robin Curtis was Savick after Christy Alley decided not to return.
Yep.
And she actually, when she left acting, she became a real estate agent. I don't know if she's still practicing, but at the time of this picture, she was practicing up in upstate New York.
right. Nice.
Jake, it doesn't like you.
It doesn't like you, Jake. Let me click some.
I don't know what's going on.
We can
So I
hear
fixed something because at first there was no audio on anything. If I put on YouTube now, I can hear you guys, but there's a delay. There's no audio coming through on this.
That's weird.
I don't know what is going on with this thing.
We can hear you. You're speaking very loudly now.
I'm going to assume you're saying something, so I'm going to shut this. I'm going to reboot my whole computer. We'll see if that does anything.
Okay. No worries. See you soon.
So PTO is the factor that stops us all from everything. The PTO helped you hang out with me earlier this year, and we'll talk about that because that's actually in this slideshow.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah, and then that's a huge flex. I don't go to many conventions, but when I do, it's only San Diego Comic-Con. Not wrong. That's a huge flex.
Well, true. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'm not.
It is. It's really hard to get to San Diego as a fan, especially as a fan from the East Coast. It's really it's really expensive. It's not really feasible for normal comic book fans. So it is a huge flex, Dave. You're sitting on a gold mine over here, bud.
Right. Cool. Well, I do appreciate that, and I have enjoyed it when I've been there. The crowds, the excitement, the enthusiasm, the passion for it all, and not just comic books. There's all the pop culture for sure. Excellent. There we go. Patrick says, yeah, that's a great pick with the cast.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm very sad I didn't get it signed while Michelle was still with us. But there's still hope for the others.
Yep. Excellent. Next up, so that's your personal sort of
that was my nerd cred. Yeah.
nerd fandom sort of credentials, your enthusiasm and your excitement for cosplay and superheroes, really. Now this is some work that you've done with
approved. Yes, I've been approved, Dave.
Oh, excellent. There we go.
I'll take it.
Nice. I'm still waiting for Dave to say that about me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sure he has more of them hidden away somewhere. He'll pull them out at some point, but no, all good.
We'll get there. So I think these next couple of slides are like where people might have seen me in the last 2 years. Because I've been bigger in the gaming scene in the last 2 years. I go to Gen Con. I didn't go this year, but I went the last two. I do PAX Unplugged. Last year we did all of the PAXs, actually.
Cool.
Except for Australia, because that was a lot.
It is long. It's a very long way.
Yeah. No, we did all the Continental. Jake's sound decided that it doesn't love me, and it yeeted him really hard. And then he got the old manitis and started screaming at his computer. So Jake will be back, probably.
Yeah, he does need to restart his computer, and we'll see how he goes.
His sound went eat. Yep.
Cool. So you worked at Adepticon as well.
I did. I worked at Adepticon. I've done. That's where I met you, actually. I think we've done a lot. Dave, you were approved back when I discovered who you were back in 2008, sir. So
There we
David
go.
Hummel.
My old man brain. Sorry, Dave. Excellent.
Please prank Jake and say, and good night, everyone, when he comes back.
Will do. But yeah, so lots of conventions now, gaming conventions over the last couple of years.
I've done a lot. This was my first Gen Con. This was 2023. We were the release team for Dixit Disney Edition for Asmodee.
Excellent.
And that's one of the producers, developers. I'm not,
down here.
my old lady brain is not working. I say that, and I look like I'm 12. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. Fantastic. So we also have, you mentioned Asmodee, so.
Yes. So on the left, that one. That's me and my husband. We were in, that picture was taken while we were in Seattle for PAX West last year. We were on the demo team for Altered. But we've also done work for like just Asmodee in general, Star Wars Unlimited, which is the picture on the right with one of my buddies. I was at the demo team for Unlimited back at PAX East last year.
Is that PAX East? Yeah.
I love that show.
I've never been to PAX East, but something about the roof said Boston.
Yeah, it's very Boston.
Excellent. And then, of course,
Turbo Dork. Greg and Meredith are like the siblings I didn't like. They're like siblings to me. We've been traveling with them. We did PAX Unplugged for them last year. We're going again this year. We were, we went to Adepticon last year, probably next year, with them as well. Very near and dear friends. They actually introduced me to Jake, so it's their fault that I'm stuck with him. I can say that he's not here.
Yeah.
But that's really like the paint world is incredible. I've met everybody that I know because I worked for Greg and Meredith at some point. So it's really exciting.
Excellent. Yeah, we had Greg on. It might be coming up on 2 years ago now.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Maybe a year and a half. Maybe it was in season 4. I can't remember. So many seasons now.
He's so chill. I love him.
He is great. And yeah, it's definitely cool hanging out with Meredith as well. He's got so much knowledge about the gaming industry.
And life in general. Like I'm on the autism spectrum, and there's a lot of things that I just kind of steer away from because I don't quite understand them. And I've been not quite laughed at my whole life, but just kind of looked at like, do you really not know what that is? And whenever I ask her, like, she's one of the few people that I'm not afraid to sit down and be like, hey, this is something I don't understand. Can you explain it to me? And I don't feel like she's looking down at me while she's explaining it, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So she's an incredible asset to have. It's nice to like be openly able to say that and talk about how I'm able to find these people that are in the same boat. And it's really cool as an adult to find the people that I never had as a kid.
Yeah, that is cool for sure. Definitely. Oh, let's see if it's going to work. Jake says he's coming back.
Uh-oh.
It's going to work.
I think it's working.
And good night, everybody.
Good night.
Sweet.
The show.
Great show. Got our stuff for the end. Take it easy, everybody.
Play. Click.
Click. We're done.
Yeah, don't forget to hit hit all the like and subscribe.
Hey, at least you can hear us.
You can
That was
obviously
so weird. I didn't do anything. I just reset the whole computer and I was like, all right, everything works fine now.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, at least you know that things are working now. Hooray.
We only talked a lot of crap about you. It's fine. No big deal.
You have to go back and watch it. You have to go back and check it out. Anyway.
Well, I would have, but my computer was down. So
Awesome. Yeah, it is a little different. As Jonathan says.
I mean, I'm still no Patrick. Patrick Keith has the record. Patrick Keith has been on our show more than anyone else in history.
Yeah, I think it was,
all on the same episode, but he was on 27 times.
I was going to say 15 or 16, but sure.
It was a lot. It was a lot. Still
Did
one of my
you turn
favorite
it off
episodes.
and turn it back on? Yes.
Yeah, that's
Congrats,
exactly
Jake. You
what
could officially
That's
work
exactly
in
what
tech
I
support.
did. Awesome. And there he goes. I think it's true. Fantastic. So next up then, I think we've got, we start to move into non-profit work.
Yeah. Yeah. So this was the very first nonprofit that I ever worked with. This was when I was still in high school. This was founded, and it's surprising to me to this day because I'll mention it and you'll get like one or two people in the tabletop RPG world that are like, oh my God, I remember that. Where did that go? Castles and Chemo was the passion project of my late best friend, John J. Gillick. Basically, he was a leukemia survivor, and he wrote this campaign based off of a battle with cancerous cells and turned a battle against cancer into a fantasy setting. All of the player characters were created based off of people that had touched his life in some way, that had battled cancer on their own. And I'm eternally grateful that my late sister, was immortalized in this charity campaign setting as one of the player characters available. He spent so much time and energy working on it. So back in like 2012, 2013 is when we started doing in-person events. It was you pay to play. We had all the PC sheets all pre-generated, all the campaigns. We would run like 2 or 3 tables at a time. And it was all like donated venue, all this kind of stuff. He would raise money by doing this for, I think it was Susan G. Komen was his choice, but we did like the children's hospitals in Connecticut. He did toy drives, game drives in Christmas time, and he just touched a lot of lives. And I was grateful I was able to get him. This is, I'm the one standing in the middle of this picture, and yeah, that's me. That's baby Brie. And I got us the cupcake vendor who donated half her proceeds to the cause and all this stuff. We sold merch. We did just general fundraising, and he went to Gen Con every year to do this, and he would have sold out events easily.
What store is this at?
This was actually, weirdly enough, Gaming at ETC used to be in Stratford, Connecticut, which is my hometown, before they moved to Massachusetts. And this was in their original location in Stratford, Connecticut.
Nice.
So, and everyone laughs at me because I'm like, I knew them before they were who they are now, and there's the proof.
I like that all the art for all the characters is the Order of the Stick characters.
Yes.
That's pretty
and
great.
He did all, well, that's because he was very adamant that he was going to do all the art himself. And he was not an artist. He was a writer. So he, like, all the characters had the stick art, and he had a plushie of his character, Bareth, that went to Gen Con with him. And even the plushie was very Order of the Stick style, and it was hilarious.
Nice.
But then I think it's the next slide that has, this is more my nerd cred kind of. So this was my first craft project that I ever did. This was 2010, 2011 I made this. This is just a piece of plywood. I hand drew everything onto it and then painted it. So the light green is chalk paint, and then the rest is just acrylic. Clearly you could see from the red not wiping off it completely, that the chalk paint sucked. It was Martha Stewart brand. I remember it vividly because it was the only one that I could find in that shade of green that he wanted so desperately. So screw that. Can I say that?
This is the best we can do.
This is awful. But if you can't really zoom here, but the little dot underneath the dragon's tail, that's a picture that he printed out, and it's maybe like this big of his character in the campaign, Bareth.
Awesome.
Just to show where the donation line was in this, because the chalk didn't work. But that was my first craft project that I ever did. And I don't know what happened to it, I'm not gonna lie, but it was something I was incredibly proud of. And he
Yeah.
was incredibly proud of because it put me officially in his narrative. And I'm very excited. You can still buy the campaign. Thank you, Kat. I see. Thank you. What an absolutely great thing to do. I really appreciate that. It was a beautiful time. The organization is shut down. He passed away in 2019. You can still buy the source material. I believe it's on DriveThru RPG. But I had received permission from the family earlier this year to start running events again. So that's going to be something.
Yep.
It's going to be something coming up
That's awesome.
in the next year or so. But it was near and dear. I'm glad that I'm able to have the opportunity to try and bring back his legacy.
Yeah.
And that's what really
Awesome.
drove me into CalmPassion full force, because I missed doing something that meant something.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Next up, speaking of CalmPassion.
Yeah. So this is my business partner, Adam, and myself. This was the Eversource Easter Seals 5K walk run in Manchester, New Hampshire this past summer. This was our first time. We had been approached because a friend of mine worked for Easter Seals. Andrew goes, woo! He loves Adam. We bring Andrew everywhere. So this was our first time we got approached by Easter Seals to provide a sensory tent for the event, which is in a couple slides, I think. But this was Adam's first time seeing our logo on corporate branded promotional material ever. He's been at this for 9 years. I joined up with him 2.5 years ago in a more prominent role, and he literally only came to this event to make sure I knew how to put up like makeshift paneling on the sides of the tent, which again you'll see in a couple slides. Because I'd never done an outdoor event before, and it was an outdoor sensory space. So it was a weird learning curve, but it was really worth it, and it was really cool. We had a lot of good feedback from this. So that was this one.
Excellent. So I guess at this point, the question is CalmPassion.
Yes.
CalmPassion. Nice.
Yeah.
Really well done. As far as
that was all him. I can't take any of that credit. I will, but I can't.
I actually pass it on. But so how did that start? What's the focus?
So I should have the webpage up and be looking at it, but I know back when his son was younger, Adam has a son named Logan who is on the spectrum, and he tried to bring Logan to a Comic-Con. I believe it was Boston Comic-Con before it turned into Fan Expo. And it was just way too overstimulating for Logan. So Adam decided he wanted to, and he's going to yell at me if I get this wrong, but I'm still going to go with it. He wanted to make things more accessible for kids like Logan and for people like Logan. So he started CalmPassion, and we do our own event once a year, which is CalmerCon, which we'll get to as well. And we provide, I say he, but it's we now, and it's great. We provide sensory adjusted spaces. We do Granite State Comic-Con, we have 2 of them. Rhode Island Comic-Con, we have 2 of them. We do sensory spaces at KidsCon. We do like tables at festivals and stuff. We have preparedness kits kind of thing. So we do, like, it's a little kit that you get that we give out for free, and it's got all the things you might need to survive an event of any caliber. So like earplugs, like a lollipop, so you have something to oral stimulation kind of a thing, like a fidget toy, and like a lens cleaner wipe, so you have a like alcohol wipe kind of a thing. But we set up all over the place. We've actually, the one that we'll get to at the very end, I believe it was, we were invited by Fantasy Flight Games, and we provided the sensory accommodations at the first ever World Championship event for Star Wars Unlimited, the card game. So that was really awesome. And we're really just trying to make everything accessible. So my initiative is called SAGE, and it is the sensory adjusted gaming experience, which is kind of why I'm here.
Okay. Cool.
Aren't you? Didn't you tell me there's a couple shows coming up next year that you're going to be at that I normally go to that you'll be doing stuff for?
I'm trying. I am trying really hard. I know we're still waiting for a final confirmation on PAX Unplugged for this year, but we're definitely doing it there. If they'll have us. I have a couple of other things in the works, but I don't want to jinx them, so I'm not going to say them, Jake. Thanks for putting me on the spot. But he's the worst, right?
Yeah.
I'm all about putting it out there into the universe and like everything happens. That's just how I roll.
If we get PAX Unplugged, there's a good chance that we'll get into other PAX events, which would be awesome. PAX conventions definitely need it. Like, because a sensory adjusted space is different than a quiet room, because we provide different accommodations and we have a different, I don't want to say tolerance level, but tolerance level. We're in a quiet room. It's very library in a middle school where they're like, shh, gotta be quiet, like shh, shh, shh. But in a sensory space, if you have to stim, if you're just getting it out in the universe, you got to talk about it. If you have an oral tick, we're not going to tell you have to be quiet. You're getting out your energy. You're getting out your frustration. You're getting out whatever's bugging you down. And that's what we're there for. We're there to provide you a safe space where you can do that without judgment and move on with the day and enjoy the event.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
So
I'm going to two things. One is so CalmPassion.org is linked in the notes below.
Thank
so
you.
Go and check that out. Check out what Adam and Brie are doing. And I guess on the website is where events that you'll be at will be posted.
Yes, we are going to be updating that better safe space and not hiding in the bathroom. Absolutely. I had a lot of bathroom lunches when I was in high school because I was undiagnosed until I took it upon myself in 2020 to get diagnosed. So I try my best. I've always wanted to be the person that I never had when I was a kid, now that I'm grown. And working with Adam has truly given me the vessel to do that in a bigger capacity. So it's really a blessing. It's an honor and a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely, Jake. Fantastic. So this was the Eversource.
That was the banner. We're like right in the middle. We're actually BAE Systems is one of the bigger plants in our state and area, and like it was just mind blowing. He was blown away. Like he almost cried when I pulled him up to the front of the stage to see it.
Yeah.
And then one of our main volunteers for GraniteCon and local events that we do, and his husband were actually the DJs for this event. So it was really funny because he's like, Adam's just standing there like about to cry. And you see these two big guys on the stage just looking at us like, oh, what did you do, Brie? Why is Adam crying?
Why should make the man cry?
What did you do?
You're like, I was just doing my job.
Yeah, literally this time.
Fantastic.
So this is the tent that we set up for our outdoor space. They gave us power, so we had fans going because it was very humid. But if you look closely in the back, those are actually moving blankets that we zip tied to the top of a pop-up tent, easy tent. So we had a little bit of noise reduction because we were right next to the soundstage, but we were tucked away enough where it wasn't that bad. But it gave a little bit of a barrier, so we had a calmer space for people. Like we had quite a few kids come through.
Yep.
And it was just, we have fidget toys, we have giveaway stuff, we have like building blocks, and in the very back, which you'll see in later slides too from other events, we have like weighted stuffed animals, weighted blankets, memory foam pillows, and that's our standard kit. So it's always what we have with us at events when we have a sensory room. And it's the kind of things that you don't really think about because they really help you just sit and decompress and just get back to your zero.
Yep. No, that's great. I think when I said before that I had kind of underestimated, I think I was definitely thinking more quiet room. Like
oh yeah.
Like when you go for jury duty and you go, I don't want to sit in the room and watch a movie that I've seen 20 times with people. I want to sit in the quiet room. where it's silence.
Yeah.
So no, it's great. As you say, it's that understanding, that accommodating.
Yeah.
But
Well, there are quiet rooms that exist out there. Ironic, jury duty. Yeah, Aang just had jury duty yesterday. That's why it's ironic that you bring that up.
Yep.
But there are quiet rooms that exist. I know Take This uses, I believe it is, they use a model that's more similar to a quiet room than a sensory room. And that's okay. That works for them. That's what they provide. This is something that we haven't really seen at many conventions and many, especially gaming events. We don't see it. So we're trying, with Sage especially, we're trying to break that mold and get in there, because if anyone is in need of a place to decompress, it's nerds.
Sure.
Like, point blank.
Yep.
We all have, well, I can't say we all, but most of us have something going on where we need to be able to decompress and not be judged. And that's a lot of the time why we're playing the games that we play, because we're not going to get judged by other people who play the same games.
Yeah.
So it's, Adam gave me the reins to create Sage and branch into this gaming world, and it's brought us a lot of success so far, knock on wood. So it's it's
Yep.
still mind-blowing to me. It's great. It's been well received. It's all I could have asked for.
So I think next, what we've got is
Yes.
CalmerCon.
Look at that guy behind me. So I'm
Yes,
here. I am
that's a
teaching
Phil sighting.
Pokemon.
One of the things that is funny when I was talking to my wife about it, because of my accent and the way they speak. When I was saying CalmerCon, she thought I was saying KARMACON.
Yep.
And I had to say it like 7 times before, and then I had to
CalmerCon.
spell it out. And she goes, and she said it completely differently to the way I'd said it.
Well, the first couple of times that we talked about it, I remember you were saying, like, obviously Brie and I have a similar accent, so she was saying, "Oh, I'm going to be going, like, we're setting up a commerce space," and I went, "Okay," and my brain heard commerce space, so I was like,
His brain
like
still hears that when I say commerce.
I was like, "Oh, like the vendor hall," and she's like, "No, like it's a separate place that's going to be like a commerce space," and I was like, "Why wouldn't you just put all the commerce in the vendor hall? Like that doesn't make any sense." And she was like, "No, not commerce space, a calmer space," and I was like, "Oh, okay, that makes more sense."
The worst part is you get like Massachusetts and Connecticut accents together, and then I have that breath of New Hampshire on top of it, and it's just so hard. So actually, if you look at the left of the picture, there's a Master Roshi in the background. I'm throwing him on the spot. So there's a Master Roshi in the background with the yellow shirt, and to the left of him is actually Andrew Ang in our chat right now. He's just chilling. He does. So his big inflatables, his one this year is Totoro that he brought to a bunch of our events. So he has like this giant 4-foot wide Totoro suit that inflates, and he was wobbling around in that a lot of the time.
That looks like Ben in the back in the blue shirt. I know it's not, but it looks like Ben.
So that's my other Brian. That's not my husband. That's his husband. That's fine.
Right. Nice.
But this is so there's me teaching Pokemon TCG. This was my first gaming room where I had complete control over the whole area. So we had our paint and take. Phil actually he took the weekend off and he came up here. We sponsored him to come up. He hosted the paint and take for us. We had 150 minis go home with new families, painted.
That's
pretty awesome.
I will say thank you greatly to Army Painter. They sent speed paints and the Fanatic line, and we had such a good time. The speed paints were perfect for what we were trying to do. That was if you actually go
bring markers.
Yes, and we were talking about it because this event was right before the marker launch.
Yeah.
And so Phil was even saying like the biggest feedback he had heard at that point was that it was great for accessibility. So we're really excited about that. So this was our setup. We had so Phil teaching how to paint. I love him to death. He texted me at like 5 o'clock on the day after and was like, "I've been home this whole time. I just fell asleep." So it was a lot of work and it was a lot of fun and we got a lot of really good feedback. We had parents that were just down there and like moms that were like, I didn't know I could have fun at one of these events too. And it was open. Yeah, it was literally, we opened, we had one person sit down and that was it. Like the next slide is literally the quietest the room was all day. We had the busiest
When everybody's
space.
concentrating on stuff, it's great.
It was the busiest consistent space in the convention. We had a whole half of a school. Like the Meadowbrook School is a special needs school in Weston, Mass. And we have literally half of that building for our event. And this was the quietest our room was all day. It was insane. And I'm not like, Aang has seen what we do at Calmer Spaces and he's seen what I do with gaming outside of this, but to have him there to witness like the whole thing from start to finish was important to me because it's like that validation. It's like your best friend is seeing what you do and what you're passionate about and is able to say, no, it was actually really incredible. Like that's very validating for me because I've never had that kind of genuine earned praise growing up. So again, I'm becoming the person I never had when I was a kid. So it was really cool. So we did 150 minis, which we 3D printed them in our house. We had the files for years, and it was free to do. So it was insane.
Awesome. Yeah, that was fantastic.
Working with kids is always super fun. I mean, I think some of we have a lot of great adults that come through when we do San Diego Comic-Con, but like I can't speak for Dave, but like the little kids were really fun to work with because like they're like you can see the wheels going and they're like, I'm gonna paint this guy this and this guy this, and it's really fun. And then when they're done, that's when they're always like, can we get this? Can we get this? And like you see the parents kind of being like, well, they had a good time, but also this is a bunch of stuff I'm gonna have to buy. Yeah, but having the kids get into it is always fun because like that's how we got into it. Like I was probably I don't know 9 or 10 when I painted my first mini. So
I think I was about 10, but it wasn't until I was like 18 and 19 that I got into wargaming and painting lots of minis. But
same. Yeah, I was painting like D&D minis when I was like 9 or 10.
So I never painted when I was younger. I was always the writer. That's why I'm a creative writing major. But my husband actually in high school, he played a lot of board games and he kind of took a break as he became an adult and got more responsibilities and all that, the downsides of being an adult stuff. And so when I was, exactly. So when I started doing all these gaming conventions and Gen Con and everything, and I was telling him all about it and we were talking, he was like, oh, maybe I could get back into the stuff I used to like. And so it's been an easy transition for me because back 2014, I learned how to play Malev when it was its first iteration. I used to play Hordes, like good time. I could teach you how to play Hordes. Yes. Yes. I love Malev.
Jake, is that a printed piece of paper? Like, is that a real thing?
I mean, allegedly, it says 4th edition coming soon. Like, I don't know if it's real. I actually tore this page out because I need to order this game.
It's such a good game. Okay, so
this is not why this is here. This is why this.
So we'll go back to 2013. So 2013, when I learned all these games, Kurt Covert was the first friend that I made in the gaming industry, and he owns Smirk and Dagger Games.
And they're based in Connecticut.
He was based. I went to Western Connecticut State University, so his headquarters is like right near where I went to college for the first time. And he still to this day is one of my favorite human beings. And we talk consistently. One of his new producers, he had a producing credit. Gaten Dragon is, I probably said that so wrong, but whatever. He'll yell at me later. Was one of my first best friends on campus. So it's like, I am very deeply invested in the success of that company. Just because they're so near and dear to my heart. So I love them. Buy all their stuff, please.
That is awesome. No, but I did have to say, Brie, the reason that Jake held up the Malev sheet first is that we have an in joke where Jake doesn't believe that Malev is actually real.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody who plays it.
Nobody plays.
So I used to when
I know a ton of people who I know. I know a ton of people who used to play it. Like I don't know
Yeah.
anybody who plays it now.
I didn't know it was still around. Just like I didn't know Hordes was still around, but it was just blended into War Machine. Like I didn't know any of that until literally 3 months ago. So we're doing great things for my self-esteem.
Awesome. Cool. There we go.
There's Phil.
Back to Phil. Special guest.
He actually, so he did a wrap-up video, and I don't know if any of you guys have watched it.
Yep. I have. Yep.
And he said it was the greatest feeling he's had in this hobby.
Yeah, he was super jazzed about it. Like we talked a lot. He was really
I
excited.
know. Well, it's all thanks to you because you couldn't come, so that's why Phil came.
Yeah,
you were like, I can't do it, but here, take this guy. And
I
Phil
basically was like, I nominate Phil as tribute. Like I was supposed to go. There's a trade show that is the store we usually attend. And yeah, seriously. And I was like, so I nominated Phil. So I was like, look, I can't make it. I said, but I can probably see if one of my friends can do it. And I was like, Phil wants to do more shows. He's talked about how he wants to do more shows. He wants to be out there more. So I was like, hey, would you do this? And he was like, I mean, if I can make it work, yes. And then Brie and her partners they were able to get him up there. So he came up, we went out to dinner, and then I was supposed to be gone that weekend. And then we ended up not going to the show because stuff fell through. But then Ben was out dealing with family stuff. So I was at the store anyways.
Yeah.
But it worked out perfect. Like Phil did an awesome job.
He had such a good time.
And he was genuinely stoked.
He voluntold himself for every future event that I have. My stepdaughter was like, I asked her, I was like, do you think we can keep him? And she goes, oh, absolutely. So he's and she's very judgmental. She's 16 almost. So he earned a spot in our hearts. The owner of Diversity and I have this joke, the local shop that we go to. He was set up as a vendor in my space, and he and I have this joke where like he's never really impressed by the people that I introduce him to. But he said Phil was genuinely, besides Brian, possibly the first person that genuinely impressed him and lived up to the expectations that I set as someone
he's such a good dude.
And then you were like the second one, Jake. So congratulations. He likes you, kind of. I mean,
it's awesome.
So
cool.
No, go ahead.
Up to the chat for a sec. Jonathan Plomo says the Calmer space would be so awesome at Adepticon.
That is something I'd like to do. So while I know, fingers crossed. So I have to get back in touch with them. When we were there last year, what I did came up in conversation. And I was asked to check out because the new convention center in Milwaukee had sensory rooms already built in. I unfortunately was not able to see inside of one because they were all in use when I found them, when I had time to find them because I was working. But they had the appearance of a glorified broom closet, and that upset me immensely because that's not, you shouldn't be putting your neurodiverse in the corner. Yep. You shouldn't put baby in the corner, period.
Yep.
So I do want to work with them and see if we can get something going for that, because it's definitely something that
I'm assuming. Did you get all the contact information? Because if not, Dave and I have it. Like obviously Hank and Matthias run the show, but Shelly kind of like sets up all the rooms and does all like the sort of the let's make all these pieces fit kind of thing. So
we can circle back to that later, absolutely, because I might have lost it. It's been a long year. I feel like I've done like 30,000 marathons this year because we skyrocketed as an organization and just popularity and public face. Like it's insane. At our event, I can say this with certainty. We had 500, including vendors and us staff, we had 500 people attend our event this year, which was a new record. So, and it's a free to attend event. It's just one day, but we do it for everybody else. So it's really, that was insane, especially because 150 minis went home painted.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good ratio. I like that.
Almost everybody.
Josh says, I think BuildPaintPlay should do a show about running paint intakes. Sounds like there's a lot of similar experiences all across the board. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm not averse to that. I mean, I've done them now so between all of us, we've done them at comic shows, gaming shows, board game shows. I've done them at educational events. Phil's done them now at this. I mean,
It's
Every
insane.
time we do one.
Ross has run dozens.
Yeah.
All over the place. So,
but I mean, like specifically, like I wonder if it's like the crowd that's doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that's
Yeah.
good. So Luis says, as the father of a young child with autism, I just wanted to thank you, Brie, for everything you and your group are doing.
I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. And I can say that for myself and for Adam, my business partner, because that is why we do it. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the things that we do. And you love comic book shows. Why can't your kid love a comic book show?
Absolutely. Kat says, on the side, I teach sewing, and my best classes are the 6 to 8 year olds. They're open, they're little sponges, and hopefully no one has told them they can't do it. They just need to feel safe. It is. I think that is part of it, Jake. For like it's CalmerCon, like somebody sits down and goes, "Oh, I'm just going to do it like this." Whereas
yeah, do it.
Kind of like, "Oh, is this right? Is this right?"
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you like it? Like that's how
do it.
I work in the beauty industry, in the beauty retail industry. So a lot of my color theory is getting applied there. Like I did my own hair. It's purple and orange. I have people come in all the time asking me for advice. And I'll say, well, I'm not licensed. You have to look at it every day. Is this what you want to do? And I've talked women in their 50s, 60s into doing things they've dreamed of to their hair color for decades and like finally embracing it.
Right.
So it's that kind of mentality, and that's a lot. It's hard. I hate to say that it's hard to find people that genuinely embrace that mentality these days, but it is, and it's horrible. But being able to be that person and giving a vessel to be that, being given a vessel to be that person is one of my driving factors, and I'm so grateful that I get to do what I do.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Captain Mizzy says, "It's your model. Do what you want."
Yeah,
that's you can just substitute. You can substitute model with life or anything, and it works the same way. So,
I literally tell Mizzy that once a day. So don't let them fool you.
Cool. Mark also mentioned the new Horde's War Machine models are really good.
They are.
Cool.
I have to dive into it. So I haven't had time. I still have So at Adepticon, okay, and this is my biggest gripe, and Jake was there for this, and he'll laugh about this. So I didn't know that noise marines were a thing, and I'm a musician. I'm a singer. I've been a singer since I was able to talk, and noise marines are 110% what I would play in War Machine or Warhammer. Sorry, don't yell at me. I'm fired. I know.
We spent all that time building you up.
There's a lot of war. There's a lot of war stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just okay. No, so they're exactly what I would play, and it was like the release thing. They had the limited release. Mizzy, we could definitely talk War Machine later.
It's the classic. It's the classic resculpt of Jess Goodwin's Noise Marine. It's the new one.
So, but that was at Adepticon, and I found out that Noise Marines were a thing on Friday of Adepticon, and they were already sold out at that point. And I will not let my husband live it down because he never told me about them, and he knows how big music is in my life.
Did you get one yet?
I got a set, yes.
Okay.
Opa had one at Diversity. He literally put it aside for me when it came in because he knew. Because I had been talking about being upset about not getting an Adepticon, so they put one aside for me. So I have the box. It's upstairs. The wrapping is taken off, and that's about as far as I've gotten.
You're talking about you bought the whole purple army box.
It's like this big.
Oh, okay. That's just
box.
the Noise Marine, yeah?
Yeah, that's all I wanted was Noise Marine.
So he's been around for a while. They did a reprint of him at Adept, or there was a reprint.
Oh no, not just the one guy. There's like 6 or 7 guys in it. I don't know.
It's a squad box.
Yeah, that one.
The squad box.
I'll send you a picture later, Jake. It's upstairs.
All right. Do you have the classic guy like the?
I don't.
Okay, so I'll get you him. Like, yeah, that model is rad. That's the one with the big mohawk.
Yes, that's the one we were talking about.
That model is chef's kiss. That model is fantastic. That's probably my favorite chaos model.
This is why you're my favorite. You're one of my favorite humans.
Oh, rad.
Excellent.
No biggie.
And Mitzi's saying, Brie, we're going to have to talk War Machine later.
She's already blowing up my phone. I have it in front of me and I'm seeing text. Well, what did you play?
Like, I'm on a show.
I don't know what I played, and you're on the show that I'm on. Like, come on. No, I'm kidding. We do this.
Well, moving on. I think we've got a couple more photos to check out. But
This yes. This is proof. We were at Star Wars Unlimited Galactic Championships in Vegas. Mizzy was there. She can attest to it.
Awesome.
So it was me and my husband, my friends Brian and Jen, my business partner Adam, and his other right hand Steve. And then it was the More Than Dice crew. So it was Gonzo, it was Mizzy, and it was Erica. And we spent the week in Vegas and set up a sensory room in the Venetian, sponsored by Fantasy Flight Games for this event. And we handed out sensory kits and all this stuff. And it's kind of like the mark of, hey, I did it. Like, hey, Ma, I'm doing something with my life, because I always wanted to bring it to a bigger scale. And this was the jump we needed. Being able to say that we were sponsored by Fantasy Flight Games to be at their inaugural event was just kind of that, oh my god, like we can do something in gaming and make it a thing. We had a couple podcasters come in to our space and we're like, this is perfect. Why is this nowhere else?
Right.
So if you go to the next slides, it'll actually, these pictures are how we set it up. So they give us the tables and the chairs and the couch and all this stuff. And we do we have like the weighted stuffies, the weighted blankets. The chairs were so weird because the fur was like a cushion, but it wasn't attached to the it was so weird. Brian almost fell out of it. It was great. But we set up and we had it's just a nice space where you can decompress. The stuffies were weighted. It was away from everything. So literally the hallway we were up, the more you came down the hallway, the quieter it got, which was important because it was a lot. Once you were in that main stretch right by registration, you could not hear yourself think. So the way the hotel was laid out in culmination with how we set up our space, it was the perfect sensory adjusted space. It was great. It was a wonderful time.
Excellent. One of the things
You can do it at the Galactic Champs, then you could pull it off at Adepticon.
100%.
Oh, I have no doubts we could. We have a kit. We have kits for our spaces that we bring with us everywhere, and it's insane.
That fat little Ewok is amazing.
It is. It's like a Squishmallow, but it's like an off-brand Squishmallow. I can send you the link. It went home with Erica.
I mean, I don't need it. I
know. Holy lens wipes. Oh my god! So the biggest hit were the lens wipes. So instead of like an alcohol swab, we actually use a lens cleaning wipe because it's pretty much the same thing in our little sensory kits. And we had we underestimated the sweaty nerds in that hotel playing card games. All they wanted were the lens wipes.
Wow.
It was insane.
Keeping your glasses clean makes a huge difference. I mean, we're all wearing glasses. Like keeping your glasses clean is a huge difference. Like,
but it was so good. We flew through those things, and people were so excited to get our kits, even if it was just for the lens wipes. But then they looked at what was in there and were like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" Like,
nice.
Yeah. So that's what we do. That's our setup at most conventions we go to.
Well, Brie, thank you so much for walking us through that. And like again, on behalf of everybody that was here, and I'm sure everybody that's gone through it, thank you so much for all the work that you and your partners do. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Can you hang out and check out some minis from our community?
I know very little about miniature gaming right now. I'm still learning, but absolutely.
Yep.
I'll give the unsolicited mom advice. Let's go.
Perfect.
Fantastic. I do want to say first up is Aaron Provost has got a picture of some minis that he posted. So these are all posted in our Facebook group, BuildPaintPlay Community, which is linked down below. Aaron also sent me a T-shirt this week.
Live, laugh, blood for the blood god. Hell yeah.
Solid.
I love it.
Super cool.
It's pretty valid for this week. Yeah.
Absolutely. So let me just do all the fun things like
while Dave is prepping us, anybody who's on, if you guys haven't, please make sure you guys like and subscribe. We keep inching closer to 1,000. I really want to hit 1,000 in the next month or so. I would love to be at 1,000 before we go to PAX Unplugged. That is my goal. So if you haven't already, please do. And if you already have, please forward us out to a couple of your friends, maybe people who want to do it. I would love to hit that number. do all
We
the
do.
things, hit the bells. We try to get, and if you have any ideas for guests, if there's anybody you guys would like to see, you can also message Dave and I or hit us up on the Facebook page. So I know we've got some really good ones lined up. We try to get great guests every week. But I'm sure there's people out there that Dave and I haven't even thought of that, people would like to see, and we could probably make that happen. So
Kat, I enjoy every guest you guys have, but this has been an absolute joy learning about you. Thank you for being here and for the work you do with the kids. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Jake knows. I this is why I do it. I love getting people aware of what we provide because it's just we also consult. So if you have an event that's not anywhere we can go to, that might benefit from our services, we can walk through what is in our kits, what we do that's a little different, how to successfully run a commerce space. Like it's surprisingly easy and it's very underestimated and we love.
sorry, in the chat, it says, I've already subscribed with all my different accounts, and then John Palermo used his kids' accounts to subscribe to it. That's pretty great.
Fantastic.
I love that.
Beware, John. Each time when I set this live, it asks me, is this live stream for kids? I have to say, no, it's not made specifically for kids. Kids are welcome to
So
watch.
I can swear? Why have
Yeah.
you been holding out on me?
Well, just
I
because
can't say those 7 words. I know. It's fine.
I think we're allowed like there are some weird caveats. Even if you have a show that doesn't have swearing, you're still allowed a couple of like oops.
As long as they don't Kimmel me, I'm fine.
So Dave, you might be able to walk me through this. So I saw these and I was like, oh, these look great. Like I definitely have that chaplain somewhere. He was metal. He did the transfers first. I've never seen that before.
I know, neither have I. So pretty crazy. But he's doing these. These are his Mantis War. No, is it Mantis Warriors? Yes.
I have no idea.
Well, no,
Is he...
the Mantis Warrior tank from like the really bright green.
Oh, Sons of Medusa.
Sons of Medusa.
So with those, is he like just leaving the transfers on and then he's going to peel them off after he paints over them kind of a thing? Or is he just leaving them on? Because that's the only thing I can think of for putting them on this early, which is cool.
The shoulder pads will remain white.
Okay.
So yeah, Sons of Medusa have white shoulder pads. They
have white helmets. They have white helmets and white shoulder pads.
See, I don't know.
Bright green armor. So
that's cool.
He would have gone through. I think he's just trying to do it. He's doing everything else other than painting the bright green armor. I'm guessing that's the most tedious part.
Interesting.
I
always do my transfers. Like transfers are the third to last step. So I do all my transfers, all my squad markings, and then I varnish the model, and then I do blood for the blood god or any kind of effects that I want to look wet after they're varnished. But this is like literally like the right before the last step. So the fact that he's doing this first, my brain was like, I was like, are they supposed to just be white Marines? I was like, I don't understand what I'm looking at, but
yeah. Super Dan Osborne has joined us in the chat. Sorry, I missed him earlier when he said giant robot squishmallows. Brian also here. Hi, Brian. But he says transfers might work. First might work depending on what sort of paints you'll use next, and also having it on there before if you're going to do like an overall wash or oils or that kind of thing. To dull it down, it makes it dug in.
So he's delaying the inevitable.
Apparently,
there are times when I know like how much I don't want to do something, because if I find myself like there are a bunch of things in life that I don't enjoy doing, and if I find myself, I know that I've got to do something else, but I'm like cleaning,
homework, taxes. I get it.
It's like I really don't want to do that other thing.
Writing the middle of a novel. Yeah, I get it. Trust me. I wrote the beginning. I have the end all mapped out. I don't want to write the middle. The middle's gross.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Part, right?
The middle's... Yeah.
Excellent. So let us know, Aaron. But I am looking forward to seeing this as your Sons of Medusa. Apologies for saying Mantis Warriors before. Next up, Adam Weller, painting up some.
Oh, nice Orc Blood Bowl team.
An Orc Blood Bowl team, indeed.
So
yeah.
pretty. See, I learned about Blood Bowl this year, and I got very mad because I watched football with my grandfather a lot when I was a kid. So it was always big in my life. And we were talking about it when I was at Jake's last weekend. I don't really watch it anymore because I don't have anyone that like lets me just scream at the TV and talk about it
Right.
like an outraged fan. So we were watching football. I was like, this is still weird to me, but I feel like I need to like be respectful and be a pretty little princess, but also
No.
like I can do it. Yeah. So Blood Bowl is 100% the game that I need to get into. I have to. I have to.
It's super fun.
For sure. Adam's paint job here is really nice. I love the of course I'm going to say it, the orange and blue combo is working really well. One thing that Adam tends to do a lot is his flesh. Oops, sorry. His flesh is always very like subtle, muted.
Sure.
I'm reading the chat. Where are these minis from? Are these 3D printed?
These look 3D printed to me. I don't know. These are definitely not GW, and there's a couple companies I know that make Blood Bowl like substitutes, and I don't recognize these from any of those. So
and Mizzy is correct, JP. I don't sleep. I do a lot. I do a lot, but it's okay. I'll sleep when I'm dead. It's fine.
Excellent. But yeah, his skin is always very very subtle and smooth, and then the contrast pops on other things. So particularly you can see it on like the hair.
It's so pretty.
Beard and the hair. There's a lot of depth very quickly, whereas the flesh is less contrast pop on there.
Yeah, he definitely does extra layers. He transitions a lot really well, but
yeah,
that highlighting is so.
Those orcs are so muscly.
Yeah,
like all of them.
Can I have that much muscle, like tastefully, just like that? It's never gonna happen. I have maybe like
you could have
100
anybody could have muscle like this if they don't do anything else.
Yeah, except
I already don't do anything else. I already do too much according to JP. No.
Right, you have to give all of that up, and we'll never see you again, and you just spend time in the gym. That's it. Like this is like 8.
Then I'd have time to watch football, so maybe.
Sure. While you're at the gym, you could have the TV
weights, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. But beautiful work there, Adam. Nice one. The rest of the team is also on the Facebook group.
I gotta check that out.
Nice.
Cal Vanuni. Cal painted up this really wild.
The hair matches the guest.
Nice.
Right.
It
does. Excellent. But yeah, Cal, this thing is a really wild beast. I don't know what it's.
I don't know what that thing is.
I don't know, but I'm hoping that those aren't like eyes on it.
I think they are.
It looks like it is. It looks like it's a. It gives me Phyrexian horror, like.
Yeah, but I think it's for a D&D campaign that he's doing.
Which is even cooler, but also means I'm not that far off because they're owned by the same people. I'm a beautiful butterfly.
Yep, Cal. That's Cal there. I was raised a poor old child. Is Cal?
I love it.
But yeah, it would freak me out if this thing blinked all at the same time.
Oh, I think it'd be
they
way
all
worse.
blink this way too. Like it's not like a up and down blink.
I think it'd be way worse if they all blinked not synced up.
Different directions too. That'd be trippy.
Yeah, possibly. I might be okay if it was just was doing some winking, but yeah, no, it looks wild, Cal. Nice work. Excellent.
It is from Archon Studios, Evil Eyes and Abominations box from the Caves Kickstarter.
Ah, there we go. Cool.
Thank you, Cal. That's really cool. I like that.
Excellent. Chris Gorka. I saw Chris joined us recently.
I love purple.
Excellent work. He's having a lot of fun with his orcs. We saw some Meganoms last week. But yeah, that purple is super vibrant, isn't it? Yeah, wonderful.
It also matches the guest because there's purple in there somewhere.
There we go. You can see it.
There we go. It's in there somewhere.
He did such a good job with this. There's so much great subtle stuff on this too.
Yes.
One of my favorite things is all of the weird corrosion on like the boss pole. There's just a little bit of blue on the back and on the front. Like it's super subtle, but it's such a cool effect.
I like that the pole looks like a fist. Like I know that's intentional. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
A fist holding the horns, like it's the best.
Yeah.
I had purple on the model I painted too. See, Cal, you were also
Yep.
on brand. There you go.
Yep.
We got it.
Very nice.
Excellent. Cool. But yeah, looking great there, Chris. Lovely work.
I know one of my buddies just sent Chris a whole bunch of Imperial Fists.
Ooh.
All right. Nice. Kat says, look at the eyes.
I think it's a crescent moon. Not horns.
Okay. It could be either way.
Either way, it's
Yeah.
very metal. Literally.
Excellent.
Ooh.
And this mech boss.
The shading on that red is gorgeous.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
Excellent work.
All the little like weird 3D plants that Chris gets are cool. Like the little like
those little cactuses.
Yeah, little cactus things, and then like that big like plant in the front there. That stuff's great.
So Chris, I know you're in here. Do you print the little succulents, or do you just like get them somewhere, or like I need to know because I'm gonna start painting again.
I
And
think
by
he
again,
said
I mean finally.
3D prints them all, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of stuff I need to start painting because it's all primed.
I think they're
Not all of it. Most of it is.
They're from a company called Epic Basing.
Ooh, okay.
You look up Epic Basing and check out. They've got loads of great stuff.
Epic basing.
Cool. But yeah, this looks beautiful, Chris. Again, actually, one thing I just noticed so this sort of teal lightning bolt here, and then previous one, a little lightning bolt on the war boss.
nice.
Also that teal. So a great connection through there. Excellent. But yeah, looking great, Chris. Nice one.
That's cool.
Next up,
Man, this thing is looking amazing.
Yep. Some more work there on his
That weathering. Oh.
Warmaster Titan.
Yeah,
See, it's stuff like this that makes me wonder what my stuff is going to look like when I start painting. And like, I do nails. I do press on nails for myself right now. But like, that's not even close to this. This is insane. Like, I'm scared to see how my stuff comes out. You guys are going to roast me alive.
No, you'll be fine. Sulin's been working on the thing for weeks. Like it's
Yeah, but you have to tell me I'm going to be fine. Your family.
But I'd also say, Brie, just remember, comparison is the thief of joy.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that.
Just remember that. So yeah, whenever we're comparing something, we're comparing like Sulin's work this week to Sulin's work last week.
Okay.
Not to anybody else's work, just to his own work there.
I love that though.
Yeah.
Comparison is the thief of joy. I'm gonna steal that, Dave. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use that religiously.
It's not from me.
That's fine. No one needs to know. It's from you
Dave,
now.
It's from Dave Taylor. Taylor. Dave Taylor.
That guy.
Fantastic. No, mine is make your painting a habit, not a chore.
Yes.
That's me. That's all me.
Okay.
But anyway. But no, beautiful work there, Sulin.
The metals he's got are so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfection is the enemy of creativity. Yes,
Yep.
I like that one too.
One of my favorite ones from my friend Terry Lotorco. She was once asked what her favorite color was, and she said, "My favorite color is done."
It's a solid choice.
Yeah, finished.
Valid.
My favorite color.
Meanwhile, I was the kid when someone would ask me what my favorite color was, I would say all of them.
All of them.
Not because I couldn't choose, just because I didn't want any of them to be left out.
Nice. Colors have feelings too. It's awesome. But yeah, fantastic work there, Sulin. There are a couple more shots as well on the Facebook group. Go and check now.
Awesome.
He's like almost done.
Almost done. Yeah.
Have
Just
fun.
signing,
Share the joy.
is painting this awesome. What's this one called again, Jake?
That's a Sakaran.
Sakaran. I don't have a Sakaran in my collection yet.
This is my favorite tank. I have 3 of them in my case right here.
Oh, nice.
I love the Sakaran.
Yeah. Excellent.
It's such a fun kit. It's a really good kit to build. And its rules are great. Like, it's really good in the game too, but it's just a fun tank to build.
Yeah. No, it does look cool. John said he's basically keeps pushing out this project. He knows he wants to finish with a Spartan, but it just keeps inserting all of these other tanks in between. But
I mean, he's absolutely killing it. Like, it looks like he's using an airbrush here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And he's just working his way up from the bottom up. So you've got so many great tone shifts in the green. And having the top really pop like that really makes this thing look great on the table. Because, I mean, obviously it's a 3-dimensional model, and you're going to have natural light that's hitting it from wherever you're playing. And then by cheating and using like we tell people the time we were doing the lessons in San Diego, you are using pigment to simulate what light does. So all you're doing is you're just helping your eye see it even more.
Yeah.
But the tones he's got in that green are awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just watching everyone talk about their favorite color. Sorry, I'm listening to what you're saying. But now we have, so JP, see, if a person uses makeup, they're doing precision paintwork backwards in a mirror. You already have the skills. See, but I stink at wearing makeup. So there's a difference. That's why I'm scared. Dave says, have fun, share the joy. Clear is my favorite color.
Yep.
Captain Mizzy says, I'm the smart ass that says black is because it's all the colors mixed together.
No, that's brown. That's the Phil paint set right there. You just,
I was gonna say black is not a color, black is a shade. And then a pile of miniatures is akin to a black hole. So yes, black it is.
Banshee brown.
Banshee brown.
Banshee brown.
That's the best one. Yeah, excellent.
I love it.
John also shared this overhead shot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And
the weathering he's got on the white on the turret is super cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
That's awesome.
It's so big it has a gravitational pull.
Yes. The pile of miniatures is but yeah, fantastic work there, John. Keep it up. Justin McCoy.
So pretty.
We saw this last week, but
he added a duck.
Yeah, he hadn't decided what to put in.
Oh my god, that's so cool. Sorry, that was my forehead.
Yep, just in here.
Very cool.
But yeah, it looks great. I think the obviously nice connection to the monk with the orange, but then putting in that little pop of blue as well gives that wonderful coolness to it.
That's the kind of stuff I'm probably gonna end up doing when I start like actually painting things. Is like little diagrams like that. I like that. That's really pretty.
Yeah, I think taking this approach where you can think of the scene, you can work on a background, a backdrop,
That's so cool.
and give that setting is great. But yeah, Justin's done an awesome job here.
That's really cool.
Excellent, nice one, Justin. Next up, Luis, who's I think Luis is still in the chat, doing some more work on his rhinos and getting a whole bunch of weapons ready.
I saw that and I immediately thought, oh my god, it's from Doctor Who. So I feel dumb. Sorry.
What, the rhino? You thought the rhino was from Doctor Who?
Yeah, it looks like something out of Doctor Who.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It was a British TV show. I'm sure that they borrowed heavily from Case Workshop stuff.
Yep.
That's fair.
Well, and also the rhino is built on is based on a M113 transport, and
yes, I'm not far off. I did it. Okay.
There have been a bunch of those in the UK after World War. Well, at some point, but there'd be a bunch of those floating around. But anyway, Luis also talked about he had an issue with drilling out one of his barrels. They didn't get quite right.
Dude, I saw this. That whole thing made me laugh. I was like, that's phenomenal. I love that he fixed it. Like,
yeah,
as long as you're careful. I usually use a thumbtack and just press a hole in the middle of all my barrels, and that's my guide hole for my pin vise.
Yep. But yeah, he went out
with a little drill kit. So good.
And
That's
plugged it in and rebuilt it. So yeah, definitely go and check out the post where he'll sort of talks through it. But good stuff.
Ooh.
Oh, nice, Mark. Yeah, Mark did. Other than Nurgle Marines, he did 1,000 Sun.
Yep. So
That's
it's-
my color scheme. That's beautiful. I love that.
He usually does little chibi-ish Nurgle dudes.
but yeah, this guy, that the sort of the bluish, almost turquoise kind of look
Ooh.
there with the gold. It's looking great.
Super cool.
Yeah, coming along nicely, Mark. Neat. Nice. Very cool. Patrick is doing some more Astromelatarm.
For his Elysians, or like his not Elysians.
No, his kind of drop troopers. There we go. Mark says it's not all Nurgle. Definitely not. But yeah, Patrick's doing it for. Curses. Sorry, Patrick, I didn't put the other picture in. He posted.
Oh no.
Today, posted some pictures today in the group of a squad of Cadians painted up, and they look very cool.
Yeah, they look awesome. They're all like desert camo.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
So you'll
I'll have to check that out when we're done.
check it out. Yep. So again, link down below. If you aren't a member of the group, just go along and click join group, and somebody will let you in.
Yep.
I think we've got it up so that anybody who's in the group can let somebody.
Somebody let me in already.
Yeah.
I did join while I was in the middle of this because I forgot about it. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
I guess they like me, so I'll take it.
Nice.
Next up is Pete Haston. Shared some photos of his some of his terrain. It's been doing for Trench Crusade.
Oop. Good night, David. I'm seeing that. I'm sorry. Said
home.
nighttime calls. Thank you, Dave and Jake. Super thanks to Brie. Thank you, Army Painter. Awesome work, everyone.
Nice. See you soon.
Yep. See you live at the end of October. Okay. All the best, Dave. Next up.
Sorry. So for Trench Crusade, this is.
Trench Crusade. Yep. Looking at several things on different screens.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, this is a bunch of his. He used a black and white filter to kind of show all the grittiness, I'm assuming. So
yeah, just did some nice scenic shots. An enormous cannon there.
very cool.
Look great.
I'm a sucker for grayscale.
Yeah. Excellent stuff there, Pete. So very cool. Nice one. And Pete's going to have to let us know how things go when he travels to Belgium to play Trench Crusade.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
for sure.
What's that? Super cool. And Stephen is working on a diorama. So this is a piece from Ralpath, the Legacy piece. He's going to be expanding it out over this whole base. And once he has it finished, he's going to be donating it to a charity auction, I think.
That's
Nice.
cool.
So again, so as Stephen gets more work done on it, he'll let us know. And as we get closer, we'll give everybody the information. So I'm not sure if it's happening at an event or if it's happening online, but
That's
everybody will be able to get a chance to bid on it.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Looking cool. He's having fun sort of expanding the original base.
That's cool.
Nice. So I think that's the final picture we've got from the group. And the last thing to look at is next week. So next week we've got Dave Baker, who's the owner of Trenchworks.
I like him holding a giant Hetzer.
Yeah. So Trenchworks, they do all sorts of miniature related stuff. They
That's cool.
make a lot of minis. Dave is a engineer by training, but loves miniatures and loves coming up with different ways to cast miniatures and do all sorts of crazy things. So one of the things they're doing is called Snap Tray, where normally if you order 3D printed models from a company, they might come packaged in a like little padded bags, and you got to hope none of the pieces are broken on the way. The Snap Tray is something like a let me give it back to full size. There we go. So it might be sort of this sort of size,
Right.
double video cassette thickness, where all the pieces are still on the tray. They're still on
Yeah.
the supports, but it can fit into a box and it won't break in transit.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're messing around with all of that kind of thing. I know Trenchworks did the casting for Warzone Eternal, which is super cool. Basically doing a lot of work with a lot of different folks, including Victoria Miniatures. So Victoria Lamb, I'm a big fan of her work. We're going to have him on next week to talk about all of these wonderful things and his life in Salt Lake City.
That's awesome.
Which will be super cool. But there we go. That is great. And Patrick says, Trench Dave.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, Trench Dave is the best.
Awesome.
So, Brie, thank you so much for coming on. Is there anything you want to plug or tell people about before we get out of here?
No, I think we covered everything. Check us out. We're CalmPassion. We have Facebook. We're at CalmPassionate on Instagram, but you can get our socials on our website, CalmPassion.org. We really hope that we're going to be able to bring some of our work to some gaming events in the next year. So
nice.
Awesome.
We're
And
really
well, Dave and I will make sure we update everybody on here if we had any shows that a lot of our folks will be at regardless,
Yeah.
and we'll definitely put you in touch with the folks that we know at the shows.
I appreciate that.
Of course. Thank you everybody for being on here. A huge thank you to Brie. It was awesome having you on here. I hope everybody follows her stuff online. Check it out. You can go to her show next year, and then hopefully we'll see her at some other shows. If you guys have anything you're working on, make sure you post it in the community page on Facebook. Like I said, if there's any guests you want us to have on, hit us up with that. Dave, you got anything else?
I was going to say, put the guest suggestions in the comments.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
After the video goes on, not while it's live.
Yeah, because we won't see that.
To help the algorithm thing.
That makes sense.
All right. Well, listen, thank you, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Oh, what else you got, Dave?
One last thing is I will put a link to Phil's video about CalmerCon.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah. Yep.
The notes down
I
below.
cried when I watched it. I'm not gonna lie. Like that, the feeling that he had about it was just, it was so wholesome, and it really validated everything that I'm trying to do. So
Yeah. No,
excellent timing. The playoff is starting in 5 minutes.
We're here for you,
Thank you,
Kat.
guys.
Yeah, we do what we can. Well,
so
listen,
much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Thank you to everybody who showed up in the chat. Make sure you guys do all the stuff, like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that good stuff. Post us wherever. If there's any of your friends who you think want to get into this, put that up somewhere. We will see you guys all next week. A huge thank you to Army Painter for sponsoring us. Everybody take care of yourselves, post your models, and as always, do not forget to build, paint, play.
And sit down.